When you need to make a calculation based on a particular criteria, you can use the SUMIF function. For example, here we need to total all the quarterly sales results that are less than $10,000. To do this, we would use a SUMIF function. The function is equal SUMIF and then an opening set of brackets. You can see here that Excel wants a range and a criteria, and this is an optional argument, SUMRange. The range that we're testing in this case is going to be exactly the same range as the range that we're going to be summing. So we need to select first of all the range that contains all the total sales values, which is this one here. And then I'm going to type a comma, and I need to tell Excel what my criteria is. And my criteria is that these sales values are less than $10,000. I'll do this inside quote marks. I'll type the quote mark, then the less than symbol, then 10,000, close the quote mark, and because I've finished now with this function, because I'm going to sum this exact same range, I'm just going to add the close bracket and then press enter. When I do this, Excel sums all the values in this range that are less than 10,000 and it ignores all the rest. Now let's look at a formula here that totals the sales for quarter 1. In this case, we're going to be testing this range here, but adding up this one here, so we'll need all three arguments. I'll type equal and then SUMIF, and then the opening bracket. Now the first range that we need to give Excel is the range that is the test, so it's this one here. So I'm going to select over that entire range and then type a comma. And the test here is this quarter 1? So it goes inside double quote marks and it's equal, and then I'm just going to type the word quarter 1. It needs to be typed exactly as it appears in this column, so it's quarter and then space and then 1. I'll close the double inverted commas here, or double quote marks. I'll type a comma, and now this time I need to give Excel a sum range, the range of values that we want to total if the value in this cell here is quarter 1. Now that I've done that, I can close my bracket and press enter. And this is the result. This is the sum of all the total sales for quarter 1 alone. Quarter 2, quarter 3 and quarter 4 results are being omitted. There is a similar function in Excel called COUNTIF. We can use COUNTIF to count the number of cells that match a certain criteria. In this case, we're being asked to count the number of records that there are for quarter 3. So I'll click in the cell where I want the answer to go. I'll type equal and then COUNTIF. And then the opening bracket. And we need to tell Excel the range. Now the range here is this area here, so I'll select over it, and then I'll type my comma, and then I need to put in my criteria. My criteria here is equal to quarter 3. Again, it needs to be typed exactly as it would appear in this range. It gets typed inside a set of double quotation marks. To finish, I add the rounded bracket and press enter. And there are 6 values here, or 6 entries for quarter 3. Now I've created an additional worksheet here. We'll just go and have a look at it. And you may want to pause this so that you can look at these functions more in depth. Here is the exact same spreadsheet and the exact same formulas, but I've shown you here exactly what these formulas are.